with a Boba Fett swagger and the Jedi's in sight. It's a comic book cocktail, shaken and stirred. We're the coolest cats in the whole nerd herd. Grab your badge and strike.
And now we're the coolest cats who sling wine as well. I think that's pretty cool.
Darn Skippy. I want to make sure I'm. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was sharing the right thing and I messed it up. Yep, man, you went right in, no problem, and I screwed it all up. All right. Hi, how's it going?
Figure it out?
Yeah, I got it figured out. It's all good.
Right. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about, slinging wine, because we went and did Ren Fair all weekend, performed at all the shit normally do at Ren Fair, and wine's what we're excited about. So
you're the one that did all the performing. I swung models.
When I say we, I guess I mean the collective we, not just you and I, but like all our peoples we bring, and because we got our wine crew and our smoker crew and our, that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it's been a big talk today, which we'll talk about a little bit tonight.
Yeah. We. Hi, Michelle.
I should do the whole chat thing and everything.
Yeah, you should. There's peoples. There are people.
That's
being
all
involved with our peoples.
That's all I'm wanting to do tonight. I'm just like, I was looking 6 months ago when we got done with Ren Fair, and you did that graphic of like both you and I and we're burned out, and it was like burnout after Ren Fair. And I thought for sure that, because spring's always busier, I thought for sure that's what this was going to be. And I'm wore the hell out.
Oh yeah.
But I'm energized. It was my first big fair this year. We had a great show. Matter of fact, before we get into stuff too much, because we'll talk about Great Plains a lot, but I will be that first asshole to bitch when Richard that runs the festival drops the ball. And I did. I bitched as soon as I got there.
Oh yeah.
And I went up to him, but it was a good show. I mean, there's always the problems, a little placements on vendors and stuff, but traffic flow was good. There was lots of people. Every show just full of people. Smokers were standing room only. We sold out of wine.
Yeah. Which remarkably, as I told you earlier, it was funnier than hell. I looked at the clock when one of our helpers, hey, Dark Jester 1973. Oh, that's John.
Well,
hey,
that's
John. When the normal start to Ren Fair season. Yeah. When our little I guess minion, henchman, peon.
Which one?
Nipples McGee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dom.
Our employee.
Not really. Yeah, no more contractors. No,
yeah.
They're not employees. They work for tips. Anyways, when he turned around and said we're out of wine, I took a look at the clock and it was exactly 4:20, which would only have been better if it was 4:20, but it was 4:19 when it happened. So it was May 19th at 4:20 we ran out of wine.
See, my temptation to just light up then and celebrate would have been great, but at that point I would have been on stage, probably already eating nasty crap over at the smoker. And smoking would have been my last.
No. Keep your sensibilities about you for that. But it was, and that's the thing. You pointed out to me that I had made the prediction that with the economy and the way everything was going, that I fully expected a 25 to 30% drop in sales compared to previously. Blew us out of the water. Just Saturday alone, we did as much sales as we normally do on a whole weekend.
It made me feel like, am I losing my knack? Because I was right there with you. I was thinking 20-25%. And in my head, that's right where we were. I was even talking to Richard last week about it, because there's like 4 other Ren Fairs going on. And just with everything going on in the economy, I thought for sure. And I was very, very pleasantly surprised.
Extremely.
The lines were packed. Everything was good. They sold out of vendors. They had to turn vendors away.
That's great.
I mean, it's great, except for that also means you overbooked a little bit. So it's not always great for some of those vendors, but I mean, it went well. So,
well, it's like we said, it's a good problem to have.
Let's see. Oh, John said, got a new phone still, Justin. Yeah, I got a text said you sent me your new number, but I am still catching up on emails from the weekend. I've even posted the positives, like after fair, you always go, thanks to everybody did this, and thanks to everybody that came out, and like, sorry, we didn't run out of t-shirts, but we ran out of sizes. So we had less. So all that stuff I was going to post, I haven't posted a single thing. It has been either go, get a little rest in because I was very achy. And then I was excited, like with the winery stuff going well. So I started looking in to see if we could get the wine to start going to some of these out-of-state shows and stuff that we do, and little things like that. So like the ship's not even unloaded; it's still sitting out front, loaded. But now I'm already like, let's work on the next project. I'm ready.
One of the great things is you don't have to unload any wine.
Yeah,
we're sold it all.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. But I do got to take, because you ordered stuff. I haven't even looked what it is yet for the winery.
Oh, that was just more cups, more 7-ounce cups, and more of the shot glasses for samples. And I ordered like thousands of them just so we don't run out again. And what is rest?
What is rest?
It's a 4-letter word, woman. That's what rest is.
As you see, Gucci's not sitting on the couch with me because he was like, oh, I got to rest at home. I'll join you guys from my phone. And then he got the call that he's got to help with his daughter's wedding tonight, trying on suits. He's like, son of a bitch, I couldn't even rest through the podcast. So because he's feeling it too. I think, matter of fact, I'll do it publicly here. Big Tim deserves kudos like crazy. Yeah, you wouldn't normally. Big Tim's a guy. Sometimes I go like, yeah, it would have been nice if he's always hurting or something. But he had tore muscle in his shoulder 4 inches. Like a bad tear. So I was trying to take it easy on him. He was on, like Frankie Christie and I were talking about, he was on top, like just on it on stage all weekend. Had my back constant the whole weekend. Got us a little bit of a raise this weekend. And with his torn shoulder, still helped out with everything. And he was in a good mood. Figure that shit out. But yeah.
I know why.
Huh.
I gave him one of those Scotch eggs.
Was that it?
Those Scotch made everything awesome, better. Did you like those?
Oh, I did very much. They were huge. They were small size almost. I mean, they were good.
Well, they it's like one egg and then a pound of breakfast sausage cut into 6 pieces. So each piece got 1/6 of a pound of breakfast sausage on it. So yum yum.
Like I said, I sat down and I was like, it tastes like Ren Fair. It's kind of like having a turkey leg, because I used to eat Scotch eggs when I could at Ren Fair, but anymore it's whatever I get on a quick trip on the way there, and then I usually don't eat until that night. You just kind of go. But we can jump on Drake Plains. Cookie may be joining us here in a little bit. I was going to talk a little bit about like the new Deadpool announcement and some of the Avengers stuff. And I did send you a short, like minute-long video.
Yeah, I have that.
It's so sad, but we don't have to hit it right now.
Okay. I haven't popped it up yet, but let me go ahead and get that prep while you talk.
But I figured, well, hey, Meg, how's it going? Saw Meg out there. We had to come guilt her because normally she comes over and gives us hugs, and we had to go hunt her down this year. But we were also all very busy. But Geekgasm wise, I'll just hit with that off the board. I'm going to hit with 2. One is another autograph. I don't think anybody can see it very well, but it's Peter McNichol. And normally I get like the big, like these big deals. Peter McNichol was, you probably know him from like Ally McBeal, Dragon Slayer. And then he was the kind of creepy guy that was Dana's assistant in Ghostbusters 2.
Oh yeah. God, he was the guy. He was the young guy in Dragon Slayer.
He doesn't do cons and stuff, and he doesn't do, and so getting him to sign anything. So I had to buy this from a collector instead of getting it signed or get somebody to sign it for me. And normally his stuff goes between $60 and $160. So I got this for like $18.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, he had a bunch of them for sale for $60, but I'd been talking to him, and he made me this deal, and I was tickled. So that's my Geekgasm for sure, and it's going to go with a bigger thing. And then my friend John, who's on here, made me, and I'm working on a base for it right now because he got his really nice printer, and
Well,
he
I
made
will
me.
have you know, you could do one of those hue forges on your computer, on your printer, but not the other thing.
Well, what he got here? See, I'm making a base. You can kind of see I got putty on it and going now. It's like this marble deal I'm doing. So this is a Raphael done with the comic style with a hue forge background that's going in it.
Very nice.
And we're printing up a little deal to put on the base here, and then that's going to go up on my turtles deal upstairs. So
That's
I'm
going to look great.
in the process of doing that right now. But I didn't realize it. And John, correct me if I'm wrong, because I thought maybe you had gone through and done these lines like with a paint pen or something. Gabe came and goes, yeah, no, the printer did all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to look at it, I was like, holy crap, it looks like the printer did that.
It
Actually,
does. His kick butt printer that does the swaps the heads instead of just swapping the filaments. That allows for. I mean, you could do that with just a filament swapper like I have, but the sheer volume of waste would just be astronomical, and the print time would be measured in like freaking weeks and months. Whereas his is a great one where it just swaps out print heads, and so it makes it so he can do objects like that so much faster and with so little waste.
Well, I felt like an idiot last night because there was a spot back here that I was like, oh, with the pen and finish that line. And I was showing it to Gabe, and then he goes, no, the printer did all that. I felt dumb right away. I was like, I am still working in the dark ages. But
no, you're not. You're more just like you're still at the Industrial Revolution phase, all right? And the rest of us are, working with the original IBM computers.
Oh shit! John says that was 2.5 days for for just the turtle or for both of these. Because this part,
that one would only probably take a couple hours to do that one. The turtle one is the one that it will eat up your days.
Well, it's pretty solid. I was figuring the infill on this is like 30% or something, man. This thing is this is not
if you look, one, he had to have supports for those size and everything on there, for the weapons. There's probably a whole lot of supporting that he took off. And the other thing is if you notice those black, those black lines that go over the thing, they are basically, if you mentally bisect it by layer as you're looking at it, there's almost a black line and a white line on every layer. So even though it's much quicker doing that head swap, he had to do a head swap basically at every layer. And I'm guessing he didn't do it at 0.2 millimeter. I'm guessing he probably did it at like a 0.08 or a 0.12 millimeter.
Yeah, because some of these lines even got a little pointillism or something in them on the side here too. So I don't know if that's part of just the layering but if so, I mean that, because I was wondering that if it's just like it's doing a poop layer, like every freaking layer.
Yeah. Now, John, do me a favor. Fire that back up in the slicer and let us know how many filament swaps, how many head swaps you had to do on that, and how many. Because I bet you it was like it was a nozzle swap every freaking layer.
I'm very curious because I just got to get on and watch one of these huge forges print as well. But I mean, again, this week was going to sit down and watch stuff because I got a new ceramic head for one of my printers last week. Hot end. So excited, and I took pictures because I knew I was going to post up that this ceramic hot end changed everything for me, and it printed that night, and filament got stuck in the belt and it snapped my belt, and so I haven't touched my printers in weeks.
Those belts are really easy to swap. I mean, I've had to change out the belt on mine before, and it's really easy to do. It's just annoying as all hell.
Is it about vampires? Is which thing about vampires? Damn it! Oh,
well, it's Roberto. Everything's about vampires.
Well, except for RoboCop. I mean, that's about
no. Once you take off that armor, he sparkles.
Oh, that was the other video I was going to send you. Dang it, I forgot. Did you see that new cop? RoboCop out of Japan or China, somewhere in Asia. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh man, I thought it was AI at first. Until I started looking into it. They released a robotic police officer, full. I mean, like bipedal, 2 arms, very humanoid looking. And the way they showed the video and stuff, it almost looked like they were trying to be like where they released RoboCop and say, this is our new officer and stuff. Have a bunch of other officers walking around him. And I thought, I didn't learn much about it itself. I just looked to see if it was real or not. But yeah, they've got Android robot.
They have them in they have them in China.
Yeah, that might have been in China. And this is an Android one now, not the box ones they had.
Right.
But, yeah, I saw that and right away I thought of RoboCop, which made me think of Birdo because every time I think of RoboCop. But yeah, I was going to send you that video just to show off, but I did not get around to it. And
That's okay. We've all been busy.
I was going to send you more Avengers videos too, but holy crap! If you are watching anything coming out for the new Avengers and Spider-Man, there is no way this much shit is getting leaked and it's not on purpose. It is just left and right. And I sent you a couple things last week and I ended up sending you some fake things by accident.
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked this week and I was like, at this point, all I'm going to be doing is ruining things for people and talking theories. And I feel like almost everything they're putting out right now, not everything, but a lot of things they're doing specifically to mislead us. So like your bitch about Hulk in the Thor movie, Ragnarok.
Yeah.
They'd be putting shit like that out there just to mislead you that Hulk's not even in the movie, but they're making you think he is or something like that. So I saw one today where Jean Grey's in the new Spider-Man.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing anymore. I mean, ever since that Ragnarok trailer, I don't watch trailers anymore. I make it a point not to watch trailers anymore because they just, it either doesn't tell it like it is, and you get, you walk into something that, is some kind of bridge to Terabithia, and you're like, oh shit, what the hell did I just watch? All right. Or, they give everything away. What?
Oh, just Bridge of Terabithia. It was so sad. I have
it was. But if you watch the trailers, you never would have known.
No. Well, and right now, like I say, they're dumping the trailers for sure. The new Punisher and all this, and then Punisher's also in Spider-Man. And like that Punisher trailer for the series it looks so good. It looks really, really good. But that I don't think they care about. I think they're like, yeah, we just want you to watch this. The movie stuff between Brand New Day and Doomsday and stuff, I feel like those commercials are so heavily edited and there's probably footage in there just for commercials. And like I say, the amount of leaks, I think there are more leaked videos than there is like footage analysis videos you normally see where somebody goes through, let's break this trailer down. It's more
in frame number 137. Yeah, those kind of ones.
Yeah. Let's see, Berto says, sorry, I know the way the winds are blowing and my robot people are calling me. Oh yeah, he's Android now, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, which is funny because I think he uses an iPhone. But I was going to tell you my geekasm, dude.
Oh yeah.
All right, my geekasm is okay. A little preface here. All right, when Daryl was a little Daryl, all right, and getting things for his mom for like mother. And my mom's birthday falls like just a couple days off of Mother's Day every year. All right, and whenever I was a little kid, I used to get her just weird. I would just get her plants. I would get her weird plants. And, for the longest time, when I was a little kid, I could afford little pink polka dotted plants and stuff like that. I'd get her weird stuff like that. And I remember at one point, my sister-in-law visiting my mom's house now, and they were outside, and my sister-in-law asked my mom, Diana, why are there black tulips in your yard? And my mom's like, I don't know, Amanda, why do you think I have black tulips? And Amanda's like, oh, because Daryl got them for you. Okay, understood. And some Rembrandt tulips and all this stuff like that. But I scored the ultimate geek plant thing, and I told Christy about it. The ultimate geek plant thing, and it should be in on Friday. I'm going to be running it up to my mom on Saturday. There is a company called BioLite, all right, and they have the first commercially available genetically modified plant that you can purchase. I mean, like real on genetically modified, not just, oh, look, the tomatoes are bigger. These are petunias that have they grafted onto the DNA bioluminescence. So when it is completely dark, and it's got to be completely dark, but when it's completely dark, they glow in the dark from within, bioluminescence. And so I bought a 3-pack of those. One for my mommy, one for me, because fuck her, I want a fucking glow in the dark mutant petunia. All right. And I'm going to give one to you guys because I know that Christy likes plants.
Well, that'd be great. That'll be a great excuse for me to turn off lights when people are in the room. No, yeah, that'd be something Christy would geek out about because well, that's her stuff. And
that's my geekgasm is I'm getting, the ultimate in GMO petunias for my mom for Mother's Day.
Real quick, Berto says M. Night's first mainstream movie was sold as a family movie with Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie was in it for 3 minutes, and it was a movie about a boy trying to figure out if his grandpa was in hell. Imagine the families that showed up for that. I've gone to a couple like that where I watched people just walk out because it was definitely not for kids movies. Well,
there's been a lot of bait and switch movies out there, or ones where they build a whole thing around some celebrity like Rosie O'Donnell, and that celebrity's only in it for the smallest amount of time. Yeah, and Michelle, it's the Firefly petunias. That's the one that I got my mom.
Okay, cool. And not that you need to say on here how much it was, or is that like an expensive genetically modified? Seems expensive.
They were a lot more expensive when they first came out, but it was either $40 for one that came in a pot. One, like a little bit bigger than a seedling, whatever that would be. All right, these are already up and grown. It was either $40 for one already in a pot, or like $45 or so for 3 of them, not in a pot. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I want one. Give me the $45 one.
I'm getting another cyborg part for my heart. Oh man, everybody's becoming cyborgs at our age. I need to find me a good cyborg thing to do because
you have glasses already.
I have what?
Glasses.
I know, but I only use them part of the time.
All right, so you're the amphibian of cyborgs. What's your point?
Yeah, I guess till next year, because boy, the more I go, and what's messing with me, I keep hearing a noise somewhere over here to the left. So if people keep seeing me look to the left, because it's driving me nuts. Because every time I look to the left, we have this.
Is it a humming? A 3-beat humming?
No,
because I'm hearing that.
It sounds like water dripping or something, but there's nothing that would drip. So I'm looking, and every time I hear it, my eyes dart over there to see, and I look back here, and since there's a delay, I watch my own eyes move. So it's like looking in a mirror and watching your eyes look somewhere else. It's been freaking me out. I'm just saying, if you guys see me get a little freaky through this, but yeah, here nor there, I guess. I'll make sure I didn't miss it. All right, so geekgasm's out of the way. I know we got Ren Fair to talk about. You want to hit that video real quick?
Okay, let's see here.
There's not much news to it. I just saw it and I felt so bad for this guy. And I figured some of my friends who are collectors might see it and just feel that crunch.
It's there it is. Let me go ahead and hit play on this.
This video is going viral right now of this man's 9-year-old cousin absolutely destroying every Gunpla model that he had.
Beautiful cabinets too.
Oh my God.
Now, this happened to a man in Japan where his 9-year-old cousin came in and absolutely destroyed everything in his office. And originally, I thought there were maybe hundreds, if not thousands of models in there because of how many pieces were on the ground. But according to the original post, it says there were 38 figurines and 41 models, only counting the limited edition. So there may have been a lot more that just weren't as rare. Along with books that the man had destroyed, a soundboard, DVDs, everything in his office was torn to pieces by his 8 to 9-year-old cousin in Japan. And the best part is that the child's dad acknowledged to a certain extent the value of the items and gave it a value of $366. $366 barely buys you one of these sets. I went and looked at them online. They're ranging from $300 to $900 on Amazon. This boy destroyed probably hundreds of these right here. So $365 does not replace all that. What do you guys think about this?
Well, he didn't destroy hundreds of them. We already established he destroyed 41 of them.
Yeah.
But even if you go with a low ball of 300, 41 times 300, that's at least $7. And
I just saw it and I was like, I've been in that spot where like a grandkid accidentally like tears a comic they should never, a poster or something, or like when Gabe was young, he nailed a couple of my deals and you go, oh, that sucks, but I'll live.
No,
or
that right there is the parent said, hey, I want to do something. I need to distract my child for a bit. So here, just go in there and look at your uncle's toys. All right. And then left him unsupervised for a minimum of 30 to 45 minutes. Minimum. Just for a minute per Gunpla to break.
Well, just looking at the cabinets he had in there and everything for it too, it's not like
it's not like he didn't cherish them.
Yeah, it's not like they were just in a bunch of boxes in the garage or in the closet or something. It was very much and the idea of just watching almost your entire collection go. And I know how hard it is to try to insure a collection, so I would bet it was not. Huh?
They turned him loose. They turned the kid loose in his office. I mean, at that point, in his freaking American dad, all right, I would have already been turning that kid over to some serious freaking discipline at like a kabuki theater or something. Just whip that boy into shape like a Jackie Chan.
Yeah. It's not like it was a big conversation topic. I just saw it and I was like, holy crap, I got to share that on podcast.
You sharing that to me had reminded me of something that I had seen in just happenstance, and I wanted to share as well because I thought you might find it as interesting, is the fact that Netflix is doing a live action Gundam film, and it has started production with Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo. But they're having a live action Gundam movie,
which I'd be all about. Sydney Sweeney, I don't know, is the person to throw in there, but
maybe this is her branching off and doing something different. But she was in The Housemaid and Euphoria. The Centineo dude was in Street Fighter and Warfare. It's got Jackson White, a dude from Shioli Kutsuna from Deadpool and Wolverine. Somebody from Sweet Tooth, somebody from Better Call Saul. So they're bringing in some decent actors on this.
Well, it's like which I want to hit back on that real quick. But I wanted to see Berto had commented something here. Just got several needles in the eye just days ago. Trust me, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's fun stuff.
I have lots of questions there. But Jonathan just got back and said the number of changes for the turtle figurine here we're talking about, 1,632.
Now, how many total layers are there, John?
You don't have to go do all that work. You can send that to us.
Oh, no, because it should say right there, total number of layers. It should be right there. Boom.
And then Berto said, not in my house. When my kids damage my cameras, I, in them, use one to set the example for the others.
Yeah. Kids on spikes. Yeah.
With you talking on that Gundam movie, well, I guess my biggest problem is like my wife's not a big Sydney Sweeney fan. Neither am I. It's not that I have a hatred for her. When she came out, first few movies, I felt like her acting chops have gotten better. but at first it felt like they were throwing in everything, saying, "Hey, look, tits. There you go," and it just.
I felt the same way about Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
didn't see the big appeal why everybody was all agog over her. I mean, she's turned into a great actor, I think, but I don't understand why everybody was just like, "Oh my god!" No, And who was the other one? Oh yeah, what's her name? Hendrickson from Firefly, Mrs. Reynolds.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just because she had humongous boobs, everybody was. I mean, like, I look at that and all I can think is back problems.
Well, and that's what you had with what's her name for a long time. The girl was in Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, the redhead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the one who refused to take off the high heels through the whole movie.
Yeah. I didn't know if she'd refused that or somebody else had refused that or something, but I knew it was a controversy.
People had said, "Hey, you know, we can work it in, give you a whole thing where you take off those and put on more sensible shoes for all this running." And she was like, "Nope, I'm going to do the whole thing in heels." And then in the subsequent movie after that, she went, "You know what? Put that fucking scene in so I can have normal shoes."
Well, talking about the casting for Gundam and stuff made me think of, I don't know if you've seen the trailer that came out last week for Street Fighter.
Well, hold on, Roberto. We know better than to hand you a loaded line to fucking shoot us with. He said, neither of you said, "I didn't know you have kids and I had that prep. You ruined the joke." No, we saw an open door ready to smack us in the face.
I didn't know it was a delivery. I didn't know you were volleying that up for us. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, Berto, I didn't know you had kids.
You have kids?
I have enough boobs to see in my professional. Oh yeah. So Street Fighter. They
released laying down.
Huh?
Jonathan sent a screenshot. He did not do that turtle standing up. He did it horizontal, prone. And matter of fact, let me share this because somebody out there besides you and me was probably interested in this. Gazoon, hey. So let's see here. That was 1,548 layers. And total filament cost. Well, but man, you did not have the waste that would have been in other printers. So good on you and that machine.
Yeah, I was looking at the just the length of it. That's decent size, yeah, for the bed. Because I would have assumed he did it standing up, but yeah.
Yeah, I assumed he did it standing up as well. That was just my assumption.
Yeah, going back, less supports and stuff though. But
all right.
Street Fighter trailer came out, and movie I didn't have a lot of, like I needed to see it. That's kind of like Mortal Kombat, the last Mortal Kombat movie, good. They put Carl Urban in the next one, and it's like now I really want to see it, mainly just because he's in it. But then they announced a Street Fighter, and I was like, I could give, not that I don't like Street Fighter, I do. I could give two shits. And everybody's like, Momoa is what's his name? I won't say Bollock, but it's can't think of it now. But anyhow, Jason Momoa's in it, and you should be excited and stuff. And I was like, nah. And then I watched the trailer, and it is just campy. You watch it, and you're like, oh, they're not taking this seriously at all. They're just having fun with it. And even Christy's like, oh, I want to watch this movie now. It looks entertaining. Like I'll go to the theater and watch it now for a movie I had zero interest in.
Is that the one where, because I've recently seen
thank you. Or
I recently saw an excerpt of a movie or something with Momoa, and Momoa's in a whole lot right now, so it's hard to tag down exactly which one was which. But he was peeing, and somebody comes up behind him with a knife and is holding it at his throat. Is that from that movie?
No, this is that was Akuza that came up behind him, and that's it's a movie where him and his brother or dad, or they're like cops, and it's just one of those buddy cop movies. Can't remember the name of it. I actually have seen that scene, just that scene, and it was cute, except for he like waves his dick around a lot in the scene, and I want to go, you got 3 Yakuza in your apartment trying to kill you. I'm tucking the dick back and concentrating on the situation.
Yeah,
you know,
one piano.
but, yeah.
Who was the guy who played Tyrion Lannister? Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh, one guy, I was just talking about him yesterday. Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage. This is another one of those cases where I did not realize the original nationality of somebody. I didn't know he was American.
Peter Dinklage? I figured he was.
No, I had no idea. I thought all the time that he was using an American accent, that he was faking it, and his actual accent was British. And I was getting all pissed. I'm like, you know what? There's American midgets that need movie roles. You know, give it to them.
Well, yeah, I know how you get with the British people taking all our damn parts. But yeah, they're sharing the love with the Australians now, though. So,
well, you know, there's only 2 that I've really sat there and went, you know what, this needs to be that actor. One is Spider-Man. All right, he embodies Spider-Man. All right,
you're talking Tom Holland right now.
What?
Tom Holland. Yeah. I'm very, very fond of Tom Holland and his acting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the other one is Hugh Laurie.
Oh, I can see that. I'm gonna jump in. Jonathan says Wrecking Crew is that Momoa movie that you're asking about. Right. And Berto asked about the Mummy, and I'll jump back on that. But did you know that Tom Holland and
Zendaya?
The guy playing Punisher, John Burke, can't say his last name right now, damn it. Normally I can. Anyhow, they were both working on a movie together when they both went and auditioned for Punisher and Spider-Man. So they ran their lines together.
Nice.
Like practicing with each other, which is cool because now they're both in the Spider-Man movie together. And of course, Punisher first came out in Spider-Man comics and all this. And I just found all this out. I was like, oh, it's kind of cool that the actors worked their way into Marvel kind of in the same group that they would have in the comic books. And I thought that was neat that they came in at the same time, did the same thing, and they're finally getting to work together now. So
that is super cool.
And Momoa and Batista. Yeah, Batista was the other guy in that Wrecking Crew movie.
I mean, I like Batista, but there's just, you know, I really did not need him in the new with Decker and the replicants. Blade Runner. I didn't need him in the Blade Runner movie.
I like him. He got a little full of himself there for a little bit, and one thing, if anything, I will give Batista is how loyal he was to James Gunn when all that shit went down. Yeah. I give him kudos because I thought James Gunn got rung through the ringer a bit for what that whole thing happened.
Well, you know, and that's because wasn't Batista originally a wrestler?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, those wrestler guys
for a good point of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Those wrestler guys, they have a full a whole lot of, you know, I don't care attitude about some of these things. You know, they will find their soapbox that they're going to stand on it, and they will stick to it, which, you know, is a refreshing thing where they're not, you know, changing at the whims of the public. So that's pretty cool.
And right now, my favorite wrestler turned actor, I'd have to say just John Cena. I've really enjoyed
John Cena.
Yeah. John Berthen. Damn it! I just looked at it and it went out of my thing. Why can I not say it without looking at it? Berthenol. Is that right? Damn it. Normally I can say it's like aluminum right now. It's messing with me.
Well, you can't say aluminium?
Tell me you watch the entire, which I want to get back to this mummy thing, but watch the entire.
The new entry.
Entry in the Evil Dead series, The Mummy, because no one knows it's an Evil Dead movie, lol. Now, I don't know, but I know a number of non-canon but canon Evil Dead movies that fit in, like Into the Woods, and of course the Nightmare on Elm Streets and Jason Voorhees movies.
But what makes it all part of the Evil Dead is Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep is the connect. I figured it was the
connector, and which conversely means that at some point they're going to have the Wolfman through Abbott and Costello, and Abbott Costello and their mummy stuff going on. I mean, if we want to connect these universes together, we can.
John said Blade Runner, G's old men.
Yeah, he's calling us G's old men for not being able to remember Blade Runner.
I remembered Blade Runner. You said it, and I said Blade Runner, right?
Yeah, we both said it about the same time.
Yeah, I don't know, but so
Hey, you know what, Jonathan? When you've been in as many head-on collisions as I've had and been knocked out by vehicles, we can talk. I mean,
no, it's the rambling because it's not even like we're getting to half the talking points that we said. Let's talk about this tonight because we're just getting on and talking like with you guys. So when you're trying to think of that stuff on the spot,
well, one of the problems
trivia it drives me nuts.
We had such a good weekend this weekend, especially with the winery. I'm trying really hard not to sit here and just, bask in the glow of a wonderful weekend with the winery, and instead actually talk about some other things when I want to sit here and just go, it was great. I did wonderful. No, let's talk about some other geek shit.
Well, and on the other thing, I said before the podcast, you guys don't know this, but I said it smells so good in my house.
Yeah.
My wife's in there doing bangers and mash with caramelized onions and stuff for me for supper. And the whole house just smells German right now. I'm like,
oh, nice.
It smells like kraut and caramelized onions. And I'm like, it's a little distracting. I won't lie.
Hey, I just, this afternoon, I hooked the propane back up to the grill so I can do some grilling this summer. I haven't grilled in years. So I made sure that all worked and get the grill all fired up.
I bought a new grill last summer and still haven't used it yet. Just sitting out there.
Oh, cool.
But,
yeah,
so Berto says they confirmed it. Now I know they're doing the new Mummy. I know they're bringing back pretty much all the original people. Did they do a trailer or something I'm unaware of? And in what way is it tied to Evil Dead? I'm very curious. I mean, I totally believe it. I'm just very curious in what way. John says the entire universe is connected to Bruce Campbell, Lowell, Evil Dead, Bubba Hotep.
Yeah, but Roberto says all the critics say this movie turns into Evil Dead, and the director and Sam Raimi came out and said that's because it was.
Are we talking the original Mummy or the new Mummy or
I'm
the Tom Cruise?
Roberto, are you talking about the new Mummy? I'm assuming you are.
Because they're doing the new Mummy with Brendan Fraser and stuff now.
Right.
So I might not just be up to specs on this. And I do feel bad.
I just want to pretend that the Tom Cruise one never happened.
Well, and even now, if I for years, if I saw a Bruce Campbell article, I click on it. Lately, I haven't since the cancer diagnosis. Just to stay away from depression, unless it's like the title is obvious, like a story from back in the day.
Yeah,
but
it's like I'm intentionally not looking at any articles about Christina Applegate. Don't want to see it.
Oh, yeah. I there for a while between Bruce Campbell and Tim Curry, both of those people I could play the Kevin Bacon degrees of separation game with. So I could get just about everybody with 4 degrees with either of those actors for a long time.
Here, Jonathan says, yes, Lee Cronin's 2026 film, The Mummy, is confirmed to share the same universe as the Evil Dead franchise. Director Lee Cronin revealed that the character Professor Bixler in The Mummy shares the same surname as the family in Evil Dead Rise. Roberto said it literally just came out. It's in the theaters.
It's in theaters. Well, holy shit. That the new Mummy's already in theaters?
Let me see if my...
Holy fuck, I have been so distracted, I guess. I thought they were reviewers. Boy, now John called me an old man because I thought I had been following that, and apparently I had not. Man, I was still watching casting stuff. It feels like just 2 weeks ago. But
yeah, okay, yeah. Apparently, Jeremy Johns, who's my favorite YouTube reviewer, because he kind of thinks like,
yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah, he did a review on Lee Cronin's The Mummy 3 days ago.
Is it getting good reviews?
I don't know. He doesn't give it a bad. You can usually tell from his face in the thumbnail whether he's just like, what the hell did I see? Or, it's okay. And he's giving it a weird face. I don't know. And I'm not going to look up any reviews while we're sitting here talking.
I can't remember what's coming out this weekend that just all the critics were already giving it bad reviews. I mean, that doesn't mean much, but it's they were just destroying it. But I did see that they released the new Deadpool title, that they are doing Deadpool, the next Deadpool movie, and it's going to be Deadpool X-Force. And they're planning on keeping Deadpool as part of ensembles from now on, but who knows?
There's Michael. The Michael Jackson biopic is coming out this weekend.
That's the one that got horrible reviews. Yeah, that's right. So people just the critics are destroying it, saying there's no meat, barely potatoes. You know, it was
that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's
and then
a shame.
the other movie that's getting raked across the coals, unfortunately, not that I'm a huge fan. I was hoping Kelly'd be on here because I was going to ask him about it, but He-Man, it's not even out yet. We got till June, and it was getting like the fans were getting behind it. Everybody, everything they were releasing looking good, and then the girl that plays Talia and the director both came out bashing the fan base, and it's like, why did you do that? And now the fans are all turning against it, and it's getting.
They do that because they're either they have no faith in the product coming out and they're thinking it's going to go ahead and tank, or B, the thing that they created does not match whatever their idea of the reality should be, and so they don't like it. But it might be something that the fans still like, even though that actor doesn't like it. I mean, there's been tons of movies where the actor themselves wish they never did it.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
Even stuff they went after, and then the product does not become what they wanted, and
Yeah, Harrison Ford is Han Solo. He couldn't wait to be killed off.
Well, see, it's not that I only really wanted He-Man to do good from my end for two major reasons. One is I got a lot of He-Man shit I'd like to sell, and if it does well, it goes up in price. Number two is if those IPs start doing well, then I'm going to get my Thundercats movie eventually. Do that, but if He-Man doesn't do well, they're just going to fucking.
Well, see, and here's my problem. A lot of these things are just straight nostalgia grabs. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And sometimes that's good because it gets us, the Marvel, MCU. All right, and that was great at first, for the first decade. Until
I'm really looking forward to Doomsday, though. I mean,
all right.
I'm thinking it's going to be good, but who knows?
Yeah, it gets us the MCU, but it also gets us every Fantastic Four movie.
And still, of all those, my favorite is still the first, not the fucking original 90s one, but the 2000 whatever 7 one or whatever.
Yeah,
that one's still my favorite. I like that one. It was not perfect by any means. They did a good job at that point in time for what they were doing. So
yeah.
Berto says, and it's the Exorcist with a mummy skin stapled to it that becomes Evil Dead with among the most extreme gore in the series.
Oh, don't ruin it, man.
No, I didn't expect to be gory at all. I kind of expect him to go a little more family friendly, just with the old Brendan Fraser element.
Don't knock gore. I mean, did you ever watch the movie Renfield?
Yeah, I loved Renfield.
I thought it was hilarious. I laughed myself until I almost peed watching that movie. It was
I didn't
great.
laugh that hard, but it was cute.
Dude, the only negative, and I've said it before, the only sheer negative I had for the movie Renfield was the fake teeth that what's his name had to act through.
Nick Cage.
Yeah, that Nicolas Cage had to act through, and just that was it. Literally, if they would have done those teeth better, it would have been a beautiful movie. And he still chewed his way through that freaking costuming and gave a stellar, insane Nick Cage performance.
That is a very rewatchable movie for me. Yeah.
And it was gore.
But see, and again, like I'm a huge Evil Dead fan. Evil
Yes.
Dead Rise, it was an acceptable movie. It not a lot of rewatchability in there unless I'm just looking for Evil Dead lore. It's just so gore can be good if the movie's good, but if it's just gore, then it better be good fucking gore, like Cronenberg kind of gore that you want to see, But if, for example, when it came out, if it was just all that practical effects and no good story, we wouldn't be talking about it today.
No.
So, but we should probably talk about Fair now because we started talking about it and we're like, we'll save it for later. And we have 8 minutes. So, but unless there's something else you want to hit before we hit that.
No, not at all.
So, oh shit. Ugh.
Did the thing do the thing again?
No, so I'd been hearing the noise and all of a sudden I heard more of it. And I think what it was is the door had slowly been creeping open little by little. So then I heard a bit more of it and I look and Christy had poked her face through about that much of the door. So it's just this. So when I look up to see what the noise is again, it's just this much face looking at me. My sphincter tightened up quite a bit.
You had a pucker factor of 7 going there, huh?
Yeah. And I'm wearing the glasses to read the computer screen, but at that distance, it just makes it blurry, so I couldn't even see it was Christy.
Well, you need the half glasses, Mr. Cheaters.
I know. But I only need this within about a foot of me, and I want to read these comments, and that's right at about a foot. Yeah. Anyhow, he peed a little bit.
Just 2 drops.
Just two. So Ren Fair was this weekend. Great Plains. It was our first big show of the year. Normally I do 1 or 2 or 3 things by now and been slowing down. So I think we were all just exhausted going into it. Our buddy, the Steampunk Pope, was coming down, and on last Wednesday he got sick with heat exhaustion, so he wasn't able to make it. So we filled in the gap with spicy food challenges at the Smoker.
How did that go, by the way?
Oh, it went from whose perspective? So I was on stage and I was like, it's going okay. It's because it's chaos in there anyway. It's a Smoker and it seemed to be going all right. We got hit with the hot stuff at the end sucked. So like we did the 9 million Scoville chocolate right before we sang Yo-Ho, and immediately my nose stuffed up and I'm spitting because I can't breathe. So and all this, you don't want to just swallow the nastiness. So you're spitting the whole time. So every line I got out, I had to turn and spit. And the audience, people were paying, like that last one, somebody just threw up $100 bill and said, eat the hot shit at the end, and we made a few $100s just off of tips, all going to new microphones. But the first day we did it, and a couple people in the audience, like I'd give them some, and they're all like, you're a pussy. And even some of the guys on the stage are like, whatever. It affects different people different, because Cookie and I were looking at each other going, holy shit, this got to be genetic because this is hurting. And everybody else is fine. And it's one thing where you're like thinking everybody thinks you're overreacting then, or just, overacting for the stage. Luckily, come to find out, like the guy in the audience ate it. He went and puked afterwards behind a tent. So everybody else had their issues. Just the audience didn't totally see it. I was like, oh, that sucked. Biggin's like, never again. We're not doing that again. I said, you're right. We're not doing that shit again. And Big and I were both on board not doing this shit. Everybody was like, well, I'll do it if we need to, whatever. And then we get to the Smoker the next day, and we had people like, even Frankie's sister said, best Smoker I ever saw. I'm like, wasn't the best one we ever done, that's for sure. We didn't feel it was. The audience ate it up. So then the next day we were getting requests. People were like, oh, I brought money and you're going to eat this. And people were on it. So it's like, damn it, we got to do it now. And
Yeah.
we did it again. And it sucked, but we had a good, fun time with it. Our buddy Jeff Hoyt came out, who if any of you guys, I doubt any of you remember, but back in the day, Bones was with the Wags. Him and Jeff used to do, they had their own little like 2-man comedy thing. And they do like Royal Scotsman or Emissaries from Venice. And so like they'd be these Italian guys that came up with very authentic Italian accents, and everything they did was just, it seemed like stereotypical Italian, but it was hilarious.
Mhm.
And they nailed it. I hadn't seen Jeff for years. He came out and saw us. It ended up, I mean, as far as our side of it went, the audiences were there. The other acts we were on stage with were all friendly and nice. A matter of fact, Coy is retiring. Yes. I look at Coy, and him and I had a talk, because I'm winding down. I'm looking toward retirement. We're selling off our festivals and still going to be performing, but I was already performing pretty hardcore for a good long time by the time I'd met Coy, and he was just trying to go out solo. And in that time, like, I hired him for almost everything I was running, and that really helped him get rolling. He says that a lot.
Well, yeah,
But-
it helped him get rolling, but he was worthy of being hired.
Yes, 100%. I was the one that benefited out of his deal.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, this weekend, I think I looked at him at some point and said, that little fucker is 4'11", and I still got to live in his shadow. He's he's very talented, and
Very.
I would say I'm jealous. And I don't want to say proud like I did it. I'm just proud that there is another performer out there doing what he is accomplishing. And he's hoping by this time next year he won't be doing any more shows. He's got him a good woman now who's also a performer. So he might be coming to some of her shows, but he's going to be doing rentals. So we spent a good chunk of the weekend just talking about that, because my deal was, I'm going to stop and I'll invest in the rentals. Instead of running fairs and stuff, I'll be running rentals. I get to stay home more. And here it is. He came out after I did, has already built up enough wealth to be buying these houses and shit. And now he's 10 years younger than me, and he's retiring to stay at home and run rentals. And I
Good
would
for
say
him.
I'd say I'm jealous again, but my biggest concern is he is a very giving performer, and I'm going to miss having him out there. Because even like the Smoker, he just came over and did shit the Smoker just to chip in and help out. There's Cookie. Hey, Cookie.
Hey, good.
So watching him go away is going to be sad, but yeah, hopefully he'll come back and at least do some shows every once in a while. But we might get him at one more Great Plains, it sounds like, but I don't know that we're going to get him much after that. So
He is a great performer. His crowd work is just excellent. I mean, he is very personable. He's got great shtick. Yeah, it's going to be a shame to lose him.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe we can convince him to take on an apprentice.
Well,
Biggin. I want to see Biggin go through the fucking hoop. I want to see him go through the hoop.
Yeah, Coy's even making the joke of, I can barely get through this child-sized tennis racket anymore. I'm gonna have to get an adult size now, because it's that. But he works out and keeps in shape, and he's got to keep in that, like, I can't get so muscular, I can't get through a tennis racket, but I also can't let any of this go because then I can't get through a tennis racket. So you got to stay in that. And I'm like, man, I'm lucky to stay in enough shape that my knees don't hurt at the end of fair.
I'm lucky to stay in a good enough shape that I can fit in a kiddie pool.
John says, well, I hope to see him for one more show. And if nothing else, if he just does generally retire, I'm sure we'll put something together, because I'd even mentioned to him that we were looking at doing just a one-time, and it's just talk right now. I'm not saying we're doing it, but I've talked to everybody about doing just like a one-time Emerald City Day where we bring back some of the performers and just do like a big party, just for shits and giggles, because we miss all those people. And if we did, I'm sure he'd come back. It's not like he's not got so much material he couldn't. I bet he could not perform for 5 years and walk right back into it and do something.
Mhm.
So, Tim said, keep dreaming, but I'm not sure to what part that the
Me getting Big Ten to fit through the hoop.
Oh yeah. There for a while. I was like, I was really hoping maybe Big Ten would pick up the Whip or something and do the Whip Boy show when we lost Whip Boy. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked him, and I was like, I could see that. Problem is Whips at fair. Too many dumb people. There's just too many dumb people that want to come up and mess with your whip. And I see now why Whip Boy was so Daryl-ish. I'll say. You know what I'm saying? Just like, huh?
He was a bit standoffish.
A bit like, don't touch my fucking shit. Like,
yeah.
People would just come up and be like, that's not for you. You know, like you got your actor face on, everything's good, and then once somebody else does something stupid, it's that actor face gone. I have a hard time doing that because I'll see other people and I'll be like, oh hey buddy, we can't do that. And I'm still trying to be personable and shit. And sometimes you just have to be a dick. Whip Boy was very good at that. But anyhow, I was gonna say, I guess that's trying to think of whatever other review other than we sold completely out of wine at the Ren Fair. We moved our winery in front of the smoker tent, which was nice.
I think it worked out well. I think that position actually worked out well. We didn't have as much interference from the stage.
Except for those 2 times a day we had the smoker and you just had to hear everything 5 feet from you.
Well, yeah, I was, and there was actually people leaning up against the tent on the inside, leaning out.
Oh, I didn't think about that because we got. Oh, you put the wine rack in the middle now, don't you? You don't.
Yeah, the wine rack's in the middle, but I was leaning up there, and somebody was using me as a backrest through the tent.
Oh, John got video of Frankie being knighted. I would love to see that.
Yes, right. He is a silly English Knigget now.
Yeah, he was the last of the wags to get knighted, and deservingly so.
I ain't been knighted.
Well, I meant current performing wags.
Current performer. All right.
Yeah, not all the past wags have been knighted. And then so he got knighted, went good. He had some of the KC cast came down this weekend to come see him that he's friends with. So they got to come tour our festival from Kansas City Ren Fair, and that was kind of nice get the input. I will say, as fun as the show was, people are used to doing 7 weeks in a row at KC. I was just flattered they stayed the whole day. You know, I was like, I get it if you guys don't come back tomorrow. I totally get it because you're gonna see everything in one day.
Right.
But yeah, it was nice seeing people and hearing the cast change ups and stuff. So
I was knighted years ago. So you're a better man than him. What's your point?
I was talking about my knighting, and I don't even remember how long ago that was. I
remember that. That was a long, long time ago, back when it actually meant something. You know, before they even let Jonathan get knighted.
See, there's that tongue I was talking about. I'll be honest, I didn't even pay a lot of attention to the knightings until it was my turn, because when they got me, I hadn't really been watching them. So, there's Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bob. Yours was out of the blue. You were completely surprised by it.
Yeah, and it was because I was a performer. Then there was like a ton of people there, so I just assumed there was a ton of people at all of them, and I didn't know how regal it was or anything. So you just get off stage from being a smartass, they drag you over there, and you're blindsided. So of course the king queen I'm friends with, so when he's saying stuff, I'm just smartassing it back or something and trying to, and then I'd see Alan every once in a while have that look like, now come on.
Yeah.
So then I would tone it back a little bit, but
you better take this fake thing serious.
Yeah, I thought we were doing like a comedy skit and stuff. So by the time you asked me like what name I wanted to be knighted under, I had all these smart ass answers, and I was like, and I could tell him, he was looking at me, and I just said, John, like that's my given name. So I'm Sir John, like in the court of Blankenstein. I'm not even Sir Littlebeard or anything. I'm just Sir John. So when he sees me now, because all these years later, Alan does his shit right. He addresses me as Sir John. Sir John on stage, Sir John everywhere. And I kind of like it. You know, it's there's times I go, I should have went Sir Littlebeard, but now it's like it's got a story to it or something.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah, let's tie this up like we got a kink. All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, well, I got all this fingers and mash to go get a hold of now. So sorry about it.
I gotta get something to eat too. I have not eaten all day, and I'm just wasting away. You know.
So here's our deal right now. We were going to be in Castle Muskogee next weekend, we're looking into covering for Pirates Inc. on opening weekend. I don't know if I mentioned last week that we are not going to be doing that now, which works out great for us. So we don't have anything going on for a couple weeks, which is unusual right after Ren Fair, but I'm totally cool with it. It's also given us a chance to start making wine because we're completely out now.
And, well, not necessarily. We have an entire batch that's ready to go from primary to secondary.
Yeah.
All right. And then we need to start another primary batch again. So.
Oh, Bobby, yeah, don't call me Sir John. I don't need anybody, especially up in your neck of the woods, knowing I'm knighted. Here I get scolded all the time because I don't wear my, my spurs and my belt and all that, and my fancy dress, because I would lose it. I would lose it all at fair. And it's hard to go into royal court and try to act regal without acting dumb. And I act dumb better, much better.
Yeah.
Deserve love now. But having that said, I am trying to remember. Oh, Children Proteus were at Yellow City Comic Con this weekend. Yellow City Comic Con went great.
Good.
It was so nice to see them back in the United States doing shows. And I may have mentioned this last week, I don't know, but before I end, I can throw something on my geekasm. Children of Proteus are coming to AFW this year. So
I don't know. You did not mention that. You did not.
I got to talk to Liz a little bit, and then I talked to Kate after that, and I'll even throw them kudos because I really wanted to get them here for our last show, and they're charging pretty much just what it costs to get here. I mean, they're it's not like to ask for food or anything. They're just like, give us some gas and hotel, and we'll be there.
They're good people.
They are good people, and it'll be really good to see them. So I'm very, very excited about them coming down. And yeah, Bobby, I'm going to try to talk to them now they're in the States. I'm going to try to talk them into coming out to Big River, hopefully. But it is because they're in New Mexico, so it's a bit of a trek from there but hopefully. And I'll find out more because they just did that Yellow City Comic Con show. I got to talk to Liz this week because she is trying to help me book, and zero promises anywhere on this, but I am trying to book Dante Bosco for Anime Fest this year. And she has
know that name.
Rufio from Hook. You remember the movie Hook with
I remember it. He was Rufio?
Yeah, he was Rufio. He is also a voice actor in a whole bunch of stuff. Last Avatar or Avatar: The Last Airbender is the big one that people know him from. He does a lot of voice acting, which is great. And he also works with these guys, Chris and Jack, that are sketch comedy guys I absolutely love. So I was like, they're like, who do you want? And I said, I'd love Dante Bosco because that's somebody I feel like I could just sit and talk with all weekend long.
Right.
So I'm trying to do that. Kate's getting me all the info this last weekend because a friend of ours knows him personally. So we're trying to make the whole thing work. So I'm really, really hoping. So having that said, though, I'm ready to go eat some food.
All right. So am I. So
all right.
Night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Love you. See you. Bye.